Alright guys, so we are continuing the Dragon Ball Heroes journey. The next Dragon Ball Heroes card that we're going to look at and do a video on is Darkness TOWA here. Now, Darkness TOWA actually got a Dokkan Awakening along with all the other characters of this Heroes batch. And this Darkness TOWA is really freaking good because she is an extremely strong support type unit. Extreme class allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense, and she lowers attack. She has a number of really good attack links too, so she's gonna fit well on a number of different teams and work with a variety of different units to kind of get them maybe kind of like something like Rival Duo or Thirst for Conquest. She could be very good in giving a unit that buff. Plus, TOWA also is a unit that full heals when your HP falls below a certain threshold, so I think that's going to be very interesting to kind of see that take effect, and then she gets a monster buff once HP falls below that number. So let's go ahead and hop into some events. Let's level up. Let's see how good Darkness TOWA is. She's very good, by the way. You do any sort of villain team variant or anything like that, she's a monster. Alright guys, so we're over here on the Time Traveler team, where Darkness TOWA is going to work very, very effectively on this team, because obviously Goku Black is a villain type unit. He is the leader of the team, so no matter what, he's going to be on the team. With Darkness TOWA around, giving that 3 key and 30% attack and defense, she'll make a lot of the different units you could use on here, units such as LR Cell, LR Goku Black. She's going to make a lot of them function a lot better, with her massive buff that she gives. So let's go ahead and see what kind of numbers she's also able to put up here on this rotation. She is going to share Thirst for Conquest with Sealess here, but she has a lot of interesting links, right? Things like Master of Magic, Demon Duo, Rival Duo, Thirst for Conquest. I think, does the Supreme Opie of Time have Master of Magic? She might. Let me double check. Wow. Okay, just a shade under 900k for Darkness TOWA. Not too bad. Yeah, the Supreme Opie of Time does have Master of Magic. Now, I'm trying to figure out what will be the best rotation for TOWA. I mean, it's a little difficult. I feel like it probably would be on the Revived Warrior team with Kid Buu, probably her, and then also Int Metal Cooler. I'm thinking will probably be her best rotation. Actually, it might be here on the Time Traveler team because, with TOWA, from her support type passive, she would give herself 50%. Then the Supreme Opie of Time could give 40%, and then we could have Mai, who also gives 40%. So it very well could be this team just like that. So that's very interesting. And here, got LR Goku Black and Int Goku Black together. I've not really been using LR Goku Black much of late. One reason is because I've done so many runs on things like Super Battle Road, and then also the Legendary Goku event. And of course, LR Goku Black is not really too good for the Legendary Goku event. I mean, they're solid up until that last phase, but then in the last phase, obviously, they get obliterated. For the most part, you're probably better off in that event avoiding using tech-type units. Tech-type units are just you're gonna run into a lot of trouble with them. They're gonna get hit incredibly hard. In that final phase, you're in one-shot territory, so you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so this rotation right here, see, it's always impossible to tell if Supreme Opie of Time has her passive active or not. Maybe we'll be able to tell, but this is a pretty good rotation for Darkness TOWA. I mean, it's not the biggest deal that we get her absolute best rotation. She's not a damage-dealing unit, right? She is a support-type unit. Okay, so 650,000 from Mai. Mai, of course, is excellent. Darkness TOWA, 890,000. So, judging by the fact that she got the same number right there, I would imagine that this turn, Supreme Opie of Time does not have her passive active, and then last turn, she did. That would explain why she has, Darkness TOWA basically has the same attack stat as last turn, because with Sealess, TOWA was just getting Thirst for Conquest, right? So that's interesting. But, again, Darkness TOWA, I mean, sometimes it could be kind of difficult, doing, a showcase video for support-type units, right? Because a lot of times I've found in the past, for a support-type unit, I would do a showcase video, And it's okay. The notable example I could think of was AGL Final Form Cooler, who I'm going to do a rainbow video on him pretty soon. I've been saying that for a while now, but I really am. In my original rainbow video for him, I had a rotation where he got LR Majin Vegeta to like it was like above 5 million or something like that. And a lot of people in the comments were just like, "Oh, trash showcased by Truth just has the summonable LR Steel to show the whole time." And it's like, well, yeah, but I mean, Cooler. He's a support type unit. That's the point. That's the point. So, like, it's always a little tough. I mean, 700,000 right there. That's just linked up with Mai. That's not bad. You know, considering... wow, okay, I'm getting a ton of additionals here. Did I give her additionals? I don't think so. I have no idea what I've given TOWA, honestly. I should double check what I gave her in the potential system. Like, if I were to rainbow TOWA right now, I would give her full dodge, I think. But I don't even remember exactly when I rainbowed TOWA. I know I did a video on TOWA, I think when Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission originally released. But I definitely should take a look at what her, I've got her in the support, you know, dupe system. Oh, wow. We're actually going to get a Goku Black transformation. That's quite rare. But I guess this Ultimate Gohan boss, he's not really doing too good right now at dealing damage to us. So, let me see. Darkness TOWA. I gave her 15 dodge. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I would want. 15 dodge on Darkness TOWA. Again, she's a support type unit here. She does lower attack, which is going to be useful, but I don't think that's worthy of giving her additionals or anything like that. Dodge, I feel, is probably the best way to go. So, alright, let's head over. She's on 3 teams. Time Travelers, Revived Warriors, and Peppy Gals. Let's head over to the Revived Warrior team. Alright guys, so we're over here on the Revived Warrior team. I actually brought a Super type rotation just because, like, I have an Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku is not a unit I use very much nowadays, but I figured I'd make a rotation of it. Usually it doesn't work the greatest on the Revived Warrior team because, like, you know, in a situation like this, Angel Golden Frieza is actually lowering both Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well as Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's attack stat, right? I really wish they didn't do that with Angel Golden Frieza because, like, he's such a good unit and it's like an unnecessary shaft. Like, I guess, you know, when he first came out, they did make him super good, right? A lot of attack, he had defense, he had a really good team. Like, when Angel Golden Frieza first came out, like, his team was right there as, like, super, super good. I actually think the roster on Revived Warriors, maybe I'm a little bit crazy, but I think it's definitely fallen behind a lot of other teams. I'm not saying the Revived Warrior team is bad, but, you know, like something like Transformation Boost or Time Travelers, both of those, way better. All right, so there she is. So, you know, we've seen TOWA, like, around 700,000, it seems like, pretty much this whole video. I mean, that, you know, is with Physical Kid Buu. Maybe let me get, wow, okay. Let me get, Kid Buu off rotation, maybe. We'll just see, like, a rotation with TOWA just chilling around. Although I do kind of also want to get, I want to get Metal Cooler over there with Darkness TOWA as well. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, right? Like, you know, support type units. But I guess, you know, it would be good to see that rotation. Kid Buu, Metal Cooler, and then also Darkness TOWA. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, this rotation wouldn't really matter about falling below Darkness TOWA's HP threshold. Because if she fell below 30% to activate her 50% buff, then, you know, Kid Buu loses his 50% buff, right? So, like, it doesn't really matter. It's not like she has big bad bosses or anything to further enhance her when she fell to low HP. So I think her best rotation would be that my Darkness TOWA and Supreme Opie of Time, that rotation with your health below 30%, and then making sure that the Supreme Opie of Time had her passive her full passive active. That's a rough one because you can't actually ever tell when the Supreme Opie of Time has her full passive active. There's like no way to tell. I guess you could probably tell from the attack stat if like you're knowledgeable enough to recognize it, but that would be tough. Give me some dodges, girl. I gave you 15 dodge for a reason. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. The waifu Darkness TOWA coming in clutch. So there we go. I probably will... I think the next thing I'll record is I'm going to take Darkness TOWA into Super Battle Road on the Peppy Gal stage, right? I love running the Peppy Gal stage. Wow. What was that attack stat from Angel Golden Frieza? Jeez, man. Yeah, that's, you know, double support type units. I guess that's not too surprising, huh? But that's still an impressive number right there. Yeah, Angel Golden Frieza's good. He kind of, like, I don't know, maybe he's flown under the radar. I guess for me, he's flown under the radar for a while, right? But he's quite an exceptional unit, I would say. I really do like using him. All right, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. There you go, my boy. So, all right, we'll get one more rotation here of Darkness Towa, and then we'll probably move into the breakdown. And then again, the next video I'll probably take her into category Super Battle Road, the Peppy Gal stage. Try and get her passive to active. Remember, Darkness Towa does heal you back up to 100% HP when you fall below 30%. So, for example, I think Darkness Towa is actually a fantastic unit for the Legendary Goku event for a number of reasons. One, she's AGL, so she's going to work incredibly good against STR UI Goku, who's the second hardest part of that fight. She lowers attack, which is good until Goku goes into God mode. Extreme Class 3 key and 30% attack and defense, very good. That recovers HP fully once in something like the Legendary Goku event. That is a really big deal. That's huge, dude. Being able to do that, like giving yourself basically an extra item slot. So like, yeah, Darkness Towa, like again, all these heroes units really, like, I think Pikkon, again, Super Pikkon is probably the most disappointing of all. But outside of him, I actually think a lot of the other all the other heroes units have high value. Oh, so there we go. Just a shade under 1 million right there. Not bad. Remember, this is a double 170% lead, whereas before on the Time Traveler team, we were on a 150% lead. So, all right. I mean, I feel like we got a good enough look at Darkness Towa. She gives a lot of keys. She gives a lot of attack and defense. She just has a lot of good stuff about her. So, let's go ahead and move into her info now. Alright, so this is Surging Black Magic Darkness Towa. Her leader skill is AGL type key 3 and HP attack and defense 80%, so decent enough, again, for Dokkan Battlefield. Her super attack is minus Energy Zone, which does supreme damage and lowers attack. That's decent. Her passive skill, Call of Darkness, is Extreme Class Allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. Cut it off right there, and Darkness Towa is still really good, because that's an incredibly versatile buff, right? Any villain is going to get that. Right now, on Time Travelers and Revived Warriors, those teams are filled with villains, so she works very well. Now, Peppy Gals, is there another villain on Peppy Gals besides Towa? There's not many. Like Tech Android 18, that's like about it. There's not a lot of villains on Peppy Gals, so maybe not the best there, but on her other teams, it certainly is. She also gives Extreme Class Allies... basically, so then if you fall below 30% HP, her passive gets bumped to 50% instead of 30%. She still gives Extreme Class Allies 3 key, and then she'll recover all of your health, like a Senzu Bean or a Dende or something like that. So, very, very strong passive by Darkness Towa. Her links are Master of Magic, Demon Duo, Battlefield Diva, Rival Duo, Scientist, Thirst for Conquest, and Shattering the Limit. So she has a bunch of interesting attack links. Master of Magic, I know she can get with like Fat Boo or Boo Bobbity. She's got like Rival Duo with some other units. Thirst for Conquest is, of course, a very common link. So she's going to be able to get a lot of this stuff with a lot of different units. Her 12-key multiplier is 135%. A bit lower than I'd like to see, but it's not really that big of a deal. She is a support type unit after all. And then she is on 3 category teams. Of course, she's on the Peppy Gals team. I think I'll probably head into Super Battle Road next, and we'll test her out over there. Then, of course, she is also on the Time Traveler team, which, the Time Traveler team and Transformation Boost team, they both, like, their rosters have just been getting so strong lately. Those teams are just, like, so powerful. And it's funny because both of those teams have subpar leaders on them. I wonder if that was Akatsuki's intention. They made the Time Traveler and Transformation Boost teams so powerful that they didn't want to make the leader OP as well, because otherwise that's like, the only teams you'd run, because they just have so many good units on them. So I wonder if that was their thinking, and how they did kind of make Int Goku Black a little bit subpar, and they did the same thing with SCR Super Buu. He is also subpar, right? But, then you could think about it with something like LRK and Khalifa, where they made the best unit in the game, and then they gave them pretty much like the best category in the game too. So I don't know. Maybe maybe my theory is wrong. And then, of course, Towa is also on the Revived Warrior category. So there we go, guys. There is Darkness Towa, the waifu, still hot as hell. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.